And we are now getting pictures of Home Minister Amit Shah reaching the residence of Arun Jaitley. Amit Shah is meeting the family members of Arun Jaitley. What we see on the screen right now is are the son and the daughter of Mr. Arun Jaitley, of late Arun Jaitley, sitting with Amit Shah. And in a short while from now, Prime Minister Modi is also expected to meet the family of the late minister. We have Piyush outside the residence of Mr. Arun Jaitley, who will give us more details of what is happening there. Piyush, coming to you, if you could describe the pictures, and just tell us what's happening there at the Jaitley residence.
Well, yes, right now as we are speaking, we can see Home Minister Amit Shah reaching there at the residence of Arun Jaitley, late Arun Jaitley. And, right now he is also meeting the family members of a former finance minister, extending their prayers with the family members. And also we can expect any moment from now Prime Minister Narendra Modi to reach here. And he'll also meet with the family members. Before that, before his arrival, I would like to show you some visuals from right outside the residence of former finance Minister Arun Jaitley, where you can clearly see massive security, is there at the place outside his residence. SPG is in place. We have seen NSG guards, also Delhi Police personnel and traffic cops. They are there. The whole area has been barricaded. Entry and exit points have been closed. At 11 a.m. we are learning Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be reaching here. We also know that PM was on his three-nation tour when this unfortunate news of demise of a former finance minister Arun Jaitley broke out. The whole nation stood together to pray and also extended their tributes to former finance minister Arun Jaitley. But unfortunately PM was not in the country. He was on his three-nation tour, where from the land of Bahrain we know that how Prime Minister Narendra Modi also spoke about Arun Jaitley, where he said that he lost one of his dearest friends, his guardian, and he was also feeling bad that he could not meet with the family members as he was on his official tour to three nations. And now today, after coming back just at around 3:30 a.m. Today he has landed in the national capital, and at around 11 he is now coming here to meet with the family members of Arun Jaitley to take part in condolence meet, which is right now as we are speaking is taking place, is going on at the residence of former finance minister Arun Jaitley. Any moment from now we can expect PM Modi to reach here. All the areas connecting with Kailash colony area of national capital, they have been at this moment put on high security alert, as PM's movement is all set to take place any moment from now. The residence of Prime Minister is not very far. He'll take only 10 to 15 minutes to reach here when he leaves from his residence. What we have been told is that at around 11 he will be here and he will be meeting with the family members of former finance minister Arun Jaitley. And before the arrival of Prime Minister, we can also see Home Minister Amit Shah, who is at this moment meeting with the daughter and son of Arun Jaitley. Day before yesterday, the last rites of Arun Jaitley were performed there at Nigam Bodh Ghat, where a complete cabinet, all the senior leaders of BJP, not only from BJP but from different political parties, from Congress, from JDU, from LJP, from different political parties, all the leaders, they had come there to pay tributes, to take part in the last rites of former finance minister Arun Jaitley. Right now as we are speaking, we can see the pictures coming in from his residence, where you can see Home Minister Amit Shah is already there. He's sitting there with the family members of former Finance Minister Arun Jaitley. And before the arrival of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, we can also see the security on high alert. Every vehicle which is passing by this road is being checked. General movement, traffic movement, that movement has now been stopped. We can see any moment from now PM Modi to leave from his residence, and then he will reach here at the residence of former Finance Minister Arun Jaitley. But right now, before the visit of PM Modi, we can see Home Minister Amit Shah sitting there with the family members, and he is also taking part in condolence meet, which is at this moment going on at the residence in Kailash Colony, residence of former Finance Minister Arun Jaitley. The moment Prime Minister Narendra Modi arrives here, we will give you live visuals, because that's the very road which leads towards his residence. My video journalist is continuing, he is showing you the live visuals from his residence, where you can clearly see that each and every vehicle which is coming or is being checked. Any moment from now we can expect a PM Modi to come. Like I was telling you a couple of minutes back how PM Modi reminded, and he was feeling really bad that he could not take part in even the last rites of former Finance Minister Arun Jaitley. He also said that Arun Jaitley was very close to PM Modi, and he gave out a message from the land of Bahrain, from where he expressed his solidarity with the family members. And right now, as we are speaking, we can clearly see the visuals coming in from Kailash Colony area of National Capital, where any moment from now we can expect Prime Minister to leave from his Lok Kalyan Marg residence, and from there he'll take maximum 10 to 15 minutes to reach here, which is not very far from his residence. The moment he comes here, we'll give you an alert. We will give you the live visuals as this road is leading towards the residence of former Finance Minister Arun Jaitley. And before his arrival, we can also see the clear visuals coming in from the residence of former Finance Minister Arun Jaitley, where we can see Home Minister Rajnath Singh is there, and he is meeting with the family members, son and daughter of former Finance Minister Arun Jaitley.
Yes, Piyush, you were getting us those live pictures from outside the Jaitley residence in Kailash Colony area of New Delhi. In fact, what we see on our screens right now is Amit Shah is meeting the family members. In a short while from now, Prime Minister Modi is expected at the Jaitley residence to pay his condolences and to speak and to meet the family. Coming back to you, if you could show us the latest pictures outside the Jaitley residence. You were telling us that the Defence Minister of India, Rajnath Singh, is also present there, and he too will be meeting the family. If you could just show us the pictures once again.
Well, I'll tell my video journalist Vivek to show you the live visuals from right at the entrance, view of the residence of former Finance Minister Arun Jaitley, where we can also see how beg your pardon, we can also see how Home Minister Amit Shah is present there. He is right now meeting with the family members and extending his prayers with the family members. Any moment we can expect PM Modi to reach here. He will leave. The visuals somewhere tells us that how the whole party is right now missing former Finance Minister Arun Jaitley. But right now the visuals which we are showing, we can clearly see Amit Shah sitting with the daughter and son of former Finance Minister Arun Jaitley, and the live visuals are coming in from the inside area of former Finance Minister Arun Jaitley's residence. Amit Shah is already present. Any moment we can expect PM Modi to leave from his residence, which is there at Lok Kalyan Marg. We are given to understand is that at 11 a.m. PM will be here to pay homage to former Finance Minister Arun Jaitley, where the condolence meet is already going on. Amit Shah is already present there. We can expect other leaders also to come here. We saw some BJP workers also, BJP leaders also reaching here before the Prime Minister's arrival. Before his visit, let me also tell you that all the areas, all the roads leading towards this very residence, they have now been blocked. We can also see how not only daughter and son, but also other family members of former Finance Minister Arun Jaitley are sitting there. Amit Shah along with other family members is present there. We know that how Arun Jaitley played a very important role as far as the government is concerned. We also know that how the results of 2019 Lok Sabha elections, when the results were announced, we saw how Amit Shah first went to meet Arun Jaitley at his residence, and then he went to meet other leaders of the party. This clearly tells us that how important Amit Shah, how important Arun Jaitley was there for not only government but also for the party. We know that how Arun Jaitley always played important role. He also used to defend the party, the government whenever it was, in difficult times. We have seen Arun Jaitley's tenure as finance minister also, where important bills and important legislations, important decisions were taken, including GST demonetization. Many other decisions were taken. He was the expert in giving one-liners, not only the government, not only the party, but also the leaders of many leaders of Bharatiya Janata Party. We spoke to them also. Even they used to say that Arun Jaitley, played as a role of either guardian or mentor in their careers in BJP, where he was always helpful. He was always there with not only with the party workers but also with the party leaders. Whosoever has ever come at his
outside the Jaitley
residence,
residence, and what we see right now are pictures from inside his house, where Amit Shah is meeting the family members of late Finance Minister Arun Jaitley. Thank you very much, Piyush, for getting us those live updates. We'll keep coming back to you to get the live pictures from the Jaitley residence.